someone else. Do you know most of us are dating people who have other people outside there? And this, I'm not talking about people who are having sex with them. No, they are having people who they relate well with them. And that's why I find most of us, maybe you come home from work and you find your husband, yes, came out from work and then went somewhere else. Not with friends, but went to relax with someone else. When that person calls, they are usually their 911 call. Let me first talk about that. Do you know you might be dating someone who has, if they have issues with their work, they don't talk about it with you. They have someone else somewhere who understands their mental. They relate intellectually. And you are there calling them my man, my human. And you think you're in a relationship. Every person, even you who you are listening to me right now, every person has someone else somewhere. Either you are sharing physically, 2, either you are sharing emotionally, 3, you are sharing spiritually. Have you ever dated someone who don't pray with you but has a prayer partner? What can't you pray about you as a person? But they have a prayer partner somewhere. 4, they have businesses together. Can't you be a business partner to your person? I know you don't mix business with pressure, but don't you think you have that mentality of starting business with your person? Why are they looking for another girl or another man? Hey, these vlogs are making me feel happy because I'm talking about reality, and I know it's clicking in your body. There is always someone else in your partner's life, and that one, don't argue with it. You know, we talk about cheating and we forget there are types of cheating, but we have elevated only one cheating: physical cheating. But today, let us talk about emotional cheating. Do you know the most painful thing is to know that you love someone who doesn't love you? They don't cheat on you physically because maybe you are good in bed and they enjoy it, but in reality their heart is not there. You have never entered the innermost part of their heart. Yeah, they like you. There's a difference between me liking you and loving you. There are people who we are dating and they're still in love with their exes. And not even maybe the current ex that just left when you entered, like 2 exes before. They are still in love with them. And you wonder, why are these people not cheating physically? And you say that they are in love with me. Let me tell you something. Not cheating physically doesn't mean I'm in love with you. There is somewhere, and you will find it is common. You have a girlfriend, but that girlfriend has a best friend who is a man. And you wonder, why not me? It's because they are emotionally connected and you are physically connected. I want you to understand the difference. And that's why you find we have bestie everywhere. And when a girl loves another man and they are always defensive about them, that person is who carries their heart. The same applies with a man. If a man is always defensive with your girlfriend, a girl who is a friend, that is who carries their heart. You carries everything. You carry all the finances, you carry all the physicality, you will carry everything. You carry even spirituality, we pray together and all that. But when it comes to emotions, the heart doesn't share. It is with one person. So being told I love you doesn't mean that you are being loved. You are just liked. There is a person outside there who is cheating with your person. We usually talk about stages of relationship. Today we are talking about last stage. You know, for you to reach the last stage of any relationship, you have to first pass through something we call acceptance. Are we together? You have lived the honeymoon stage and all those stages. Let me not talk about them here because we have talked about somewhere else. You have lived all through those stages and you have known your person. You have identified, this is how my person usually is. And you are wondering now if you are ready to go to the last stage of your relationship. One thing you need to understand is that all that you have learned, if they are spendthrift, they are loving, they are not kind, all those, they will never change. There is a level that you reach with someone, and you are like, I know now you cannot change. So what do? You accept. Acceptance. That is a stage that we jump before you reach to say yes I do with your person. Before you reach there, accept the things that you have said. Don't say he will change or she will change. No. If he's a drunkard, accept. You have lived all that time, and that's why I'm usually against these people who meet and just get married. No. Stay with that person. Understand that person. Know this person before you enter into that prison of marriage. Know that person, and then reach somewhere and know, okay, they have errors, they have weaknesses. I accept them. Are we together? Because the last stage is partnership. You cannot partner with someone with the thought of they will change. No. You partner with them by the acceptance of how they are. So if they irritate you, you accept that I will always be irritated. That is how you will survive with this relationships stage. There is a place you need to accept your partner as they are. Partner scent. You are not in love until before you see your partner, you can smell them. Have you ever had a perfume? No one is around you, but you smell a scent, and you're like, that is like the person that I'm dating. Imagine the feeling of like a smell can trigger your memory. A scent can trigger your mind to think about someone. I know you're smiling because some of you are relating with what I'm saying. There is a perfume that if you smell right now, you will know who it belongs to. And there is a personal scent that you know they smell like this. Now you're in love. I'm telling you the truth. If you know how your partner, I know there is a point that sweat is too much, but everybody has a scent. And if you have discovered and you have understood and your body can tell your partner's scent, you're too deep into it. And I'm proud of you, because not everybody is like you. There are people outside here who are suffering. They cannot even, you see, when the time of dowry comes, ratio, they are called dowry, they cannot spot their person by height. They can spot their person by scent. I'm telling you, levels. If you are not reached there, you want to spot your person by the scent. Giving up. Do you know, most of us give up on successful to be relationships for what we thought was already successful. I usually ask myself and the people around me, if God gave you everything right now, in the next 5 years, what will you be doing if you have everything? Because some of us right now have things we prayed for, and we are not using them as much as we yearned for them. Some of us forgot that what we have were prayer requests. And right now we devalue things. And that's why you see many people declutter clothes, and there is a time they didn't have clothes. But they are decluttering them because right now it's not that important. So you are giving up on your relationship because it has struggles, but you are forgetting one thing. For you to reach to get a common ground, you have to have a lot of challenges, and you need to figure them out. For you to get a common ground, you have to work on it. The problem with us, we all want something that is successful right there. Do you know challenges bring common grounds? It brings a point that we need to realize that I need to calm down and you need to come up for us to find a common ground. But the problem is we are giving up too soon because of challenges and some faulty issues here and there. If you take time, if you are serious with your partner and work out your relationship, I'm telling you the truth, one time you will be the couples that people will sing about. The same way you are singing about another couple who is successful. Why? Because they conquered that challenge. I know you want a digital space life. But in real life experiences, you will realize there are things that you would want that you saw digitally in the digital spaces, but in real life it's very impossible. Very impossible. Do you know for you to travel as a couple, you need to work hard? Do you know that? You cannot just wake up one day and decide to go to another country, stay 7 days there, then come back, go to another country, stay another 7 days. One, you need to work because the place that you're coming back to, maybe you don't own, you need to pay rent, you need to eat, you need to pay those trips, you need to buy food there, you need to stay there. It costs money. And these are things that we don't forget. We usually forget. Another thing we forget that we take out from the digital spaces, we forget that everybody who posts their goals in their digital spaces, they don't post their heartful moments, their arguments, where they found a common ground, where they start their progress. They post their achievements. And most of us are focusing on their achievement, and they are making us to leave people that could have built life with us because we think that they are wasting us. Everything has a process. Everybody who is enjoying right now has a story. And as you see, big billionaires, especially those people who are not built, who are not, they didn't come from rich places. You will realize that they have a story of nothing to something. And most of them, either they are single or they stood with the person that was there back then. Don't lose someone because they are not giving you what you see in your digital experiences in real life. Real life requires a lot. Real life requires progress, patience, calculations, a lot of things. Everybody has their own story. Give yourself time, and maybe one time you will enjoy what you see in your digital spaces. Nothing sounds good like achieving something, the both of you. The problem is we want to meet people with achievements. They are prominent, they are rich, they started a business, they are accomplished, and all that, and they are successful. Their goals have been succeeded. But let me ask you a question. In that relationship, what will you succeed? What will you be working on with that person? Because in a relationship, it's more of support and help. You cannot help something that you didn't begin with, because you don't know the foundation of this thing. You don't know if it is built in spirituality, hard work, or knowledge, or you don't know the sacrifice that came through. Because a lot of us are running. I heard someone saying they want just to be a housewife, and we'll talk about that thing. But do you know this person will never regard a housewife who was not there when they were suffering, when they didn't have anything? Are we together? So you need to reach a place that you yearn to build something for your own with your person. And that's how you will be able to always be happy in that relationship, because you always have that thing that we built this. It took us. You will even have stories to give the generation and the generation to come. So yearn to achieve things with your person, rather to have someone who has achieved things by their own. Thick thighs. We were told that thick thighs saves life. But do you know, in the year 1990s, anybody who was big was segregated, was pushed away. They were not beautiful. They were like that. Everybody yearned to be petite that time. Do your history well. But my point today, I'm not talking about who you should marry or who is supposed to be on your in your chat list or your date list. Today I want to talk about thick thighs in this perspective. Do you know you want to date a thick thigh to be known you're dating a thick thigh? But can you manage a thick thigh? Can you handle a thick thigh? In this perspective, I was talking to my friend and I was telling them that a thick thigh is too expensive. A thick thigh, you cannot just, like in my country, we use public transport. It's difficult, depending on how thick you are, to tell a thick thigh that meet me here without you sending them an Uber or a cab. Are we together? Or having a car of your own to pick them up. Are we together? It's an extra cost. Let's start there. I know they are beautiful and all that, but it is a high time for you to know your limits. Number two, I think that you cannot call them to just any hotel because their benches cannot accommodate them. Let's talk the truth in reality. Okay? I think that you cannot just live in a small house because they are occupying space. It's matter. Are we together? So there are more expenses that you will find that even their clothes, they are expensive because they eat a lot of materials. This is my point. Can you stop struggling finding a thick thigh? Yes, yet you cannot take the cost of what they are coming with. Thick thighs are for people who can be able to manage them. Okay, I know some of them are financially equipped and all that, but in reality, think about it in loud. There is a cost, even knowing that everybody wants them. Everybody, that person cannot even ask for apologies. You are the one who will always apologize because they know even if you leave, especially when they just want you for conjugal rights or good times, even if you leave, they will find another person who are interested with them. I think we should define what is sugar dating, because sometimes I think people are in errors when someone marries someone older than them. They say, oh, you are dating for money. And you are like, sometimes the young one is the one who has money than the old one. Most of the time. Are we together? But there is sugar dating where the old one needs company and I need the finances. That is sugar dating. Like we are helping each other. Are you understanding? Let's not take every potato as chips potato. No, some potatoes are to cook different things. If you are a cook, you know the difference. So it's a high time we start respecting people with their choices. Do not judge everybody on the basis of sugar dating. Another thing, when we talk about sugar dating, you want to tell me I have 8 to 5 job and it is paying me around that maybe $300 per month. Then I have an offer by someone who wants just my company, and they can take care of my bills that are amounting to around $500. Which can you take? Sometimes people talk because they don't have such an opportunity. It's just the opportunity that has not come to you, because you cannot tell me that I will start waking up at 8 to 5 to go to a job that is paying me less than the offer that I have on the table, to just stay at home and be someone's company. Just pray that God can give you such opportunities, because it is a high time we stop pointing fingers to people who have opportunities, which if we are given the same opportunities, we can never refuse.